I think Samling masterclasses are really unique. I have never experienced anything like this before because you got an entire week in a very family-like atmosphere. You eat together, you talk, of course you have lessons together, you get to know each other really well. I have the chance to get to know those young people much better than in 1 hour. And it is very peaceful there, you know, it's the best place in a relaxed atmosphere to try out new things, and nobody will judge you, and that doesn't happen so often, that you're not judged. Can you make it? It's wonderful. Can you make it more paralyzed? Yeah? Yeah? That it's not so in charge? I think what is really important and what I personally really would like to pass on to young singers is how important it is to bring in your own personality by studying the technique, singing technique, breathing technique. You forget that there is something very important you must never leave behind, which is your personality, that you involve your own personality constantly in your singing. It's always a big difference if you feel it with your really full, consciously with yourself. I mean, even when you sing it, it's always you, but when you are willing to give something from you, you know, then it's more. When we sing, we use about 200 muscles. Small muscles, big muscles. And this is why it becomes a really physical work. It's almost like sport. And when you sing a huge opera performance, there is a reason why you have to rest for 2 or 3 days, because the body simply has to recover, just recovering from the Olympic Games. We just use different muscles. But for me personally, singing is mainly a physical challenge. The voice is always okay, the voice swings, but the body has to keep everything away from the voice so that the voice is not affected by any pressure. I think what is a really wonderful thing here, this Samling Masterclass, that audiences and even people who do maybe not even go to recitals yet have the chance to see how a song develops, how an artist can develop, how a song works, you know. It's more or less a backstage inside. They can watch us doing our homework. That's what happens weeks before we go on stage for 2 hours, you know. Many people think we are doing nothing but singing in the evening for 2 hours. Actually, at this masterclass, you can see how much work is behind one song. And also how rewarding it is, you know, how much the singers fight, how much they give everything what they have, and see the result immediately. Sometimes really you see how it clicks, and a new flower has opened. Yeah? So it's very intimate to be a part of a masterclass like this, because students sometimes are insecure and they really dare to show a lot of themselves and put themselves with all their faults and things they cannot do yet in front of an audience. I think that's extremely courageous, but I have experienced that it gives the greatest pleasure to the teachers, to the students, and also especially to the audience.